Okay, so we're back in the garage today, and if you saw my last video, you'll know what happened. And just a few minutes ago, we have, you can see it in the light here, there we go, brand new springs on the big door. So, just a couple days after, we were able to get them pretty quickly, which is nice. I did not do the springs. My dad did not want me to do springs on my own, so whatever. Just had somebody from the company I work for came out and do it. Did a nice job of it. These are the exact same wire size we had before. They're 250 wire size, 31 inches, 2-inch diameter. They're exactly the same size we had before. The door is balanced a little bit better though. We put an extra quarter turn on each spring than what was on there before, and it makes it a little bit easier on the glass panel for the linear to lift it, but it does seem to balance better. So I want to actually show you that first. Pull the cord. And I know the spring braking is kind of, what's the word I'm thinking? Kind of anticlimactic now that the 8550 isn't here anymore, but I think it was still about time. These lasted for, or the old springs lasted for like 9 years. So, and these are the same cables. We did not get new cables. These are the same ones. So that being said, we're going to lift the door. As you can see, the door actually will stay here, which it would not stay there before. Bring it up halfway. It does stay. And once you get it to right here, a little higher, it does kind of fly up on its own. So it's a little bit hot at the top, which I don't mind because it's not excessive. And the way I see it, I'd say it's a little better to have the door a little bit hot than a little bit too heavy. Which it is a little more hard to push down at this point here. But yeah. But the main thing is the glass panel is a lot better balanced. So let's rehook the linear. Alright, and show you how the opener likes it with the original remote. So it doesn't vibrate quite as much at the bottom. It is a little faster there. So overall, I think it does like it a little bit better. Does seem to like it better. And as far as the linear goes, it's been installed for about hold on, I gotta think. About 3 months, three to 4 months now. And so far I've liked it. It's far quieter than the 8550 ever was, and I feel like actually since it's warmed up out, it's actually gotten a little quieter than it was when I first put it in. The only real problems with it that I've come across are that, first of all, the remote range on this is not really anywhere near as good as it was on the 8550. Right now, I have the antenna stripped and attached to the angle up there. If you can see the blue wire is the antenna wire. I've got it stripped a little bit and attached to the angle to get a little better range. The other thing is with the wiring on top of the rail. I did have it come off and I ended up having to run it through the holes in the rail like that, which it's not a huge deal, but it's just those clips didn't, what I was told is that you actually have to zip tie those down, and I don't have any, but this works fine the way it is right now. But I've liked this linear so far. I think it's pretty decent. I guess the only other thing would be if it had a little bit better light, and also if the wall button had a motion sensor on it, because there is no sensor anywhere on this button. So it would be nice to have a motion sensor, but oh well. It's not that big of a deal. I'd rather have a quieter opener. And why not? I'll give you a battery backup test as well, since this is what I was trying to do before when the spring broke. It is going to do this the first time. Or sorry, the first time, you have to hit it a few times before it'll move. Forgot you don't have to push up on the door anymore. That beep just means it's running on battery mode. I think that is less annoying than the LiftMaster beep. And as you can see, nothing is blocking the sensor. I don't know why it looks like it's flashing on the video, but it's not. Nothing's blocking them. Using the remote, one press, and the door goes right down. So I don't know why the battery was being so weird originally. I don't know if it's just because of the fact it was cold out and that the battery didn't like the cold, or I'm not really sure, but it's working perfectly fine now, so. Alright, well there you go. That's the little update on the big door. Also, it's getting really close to the point that I'm going to be able to start putting stuff on this door again. So stay tuned for that. Alright, that's it. There's the new springs.